Okay, round 2 against Mac 33. I think my best turn 1 play is probably Umber Ice Crusher. That way, if I draw one of my 2 Blizzard Shamans, I might actually just get him for like 16. Plus, it's a really hard to block creature since it has 8 power. It used to not get +2/+2, but now it does. Ooh, a Ronti Elementalist? Though that's probably a weaker play than a Living Hive. I could go Ronti Elementalist, move it out of the way, hit him for 16, play Living Hive in front of whatever he plays. But, we'll see. So it all depends on what his second play is, I think. Sigmund Fraud? It's kind of a weird second play. I can turbocharge my creatures to give it health and force him to block it again. My other plays are like, Living Hive and Guitar Sprite. So actually, I think turbocharge Living Hive is probably my best play here. The other ones don't apply nearly as much pressure. So what I can do here is move this out of the way. It's an 8/8, really hard to block. It's like a Deep Branch Prologue Mobility. And then block his symbiote with Living Hive. He can always sacrifice it to responding bees with his Sigmund Fraud, but he can't do that forever. And he takes a bunch of damage from this, because whenever it deals battle damage to a player, it does that much damage again. So I just hit him for 16 there. And then I can play Spring Dryad and Warhound Raider. Spring Dryad works, of course, very well with... that's why I assume he just kills the... Oh, he kills the Living Hive? I think that's a mistake. This kills like 3 creatures. Okay, so yeah, I got 3 cards for that. And I get to play an extra spell next turn. The bee is actually not that big a deal. The level 1 bees, they're so easy to block. But I guess you just didn't want to deal with it. I don't know. I'm gonna play Spring Dryad in front of Sigmund Fraud so I can kill that guy off. So play Spring Dryad here, then play Warhound Raider to kill his symbiote, and then I'll play Cinder Colossus just because I can. That's probably my best card after the other 2. And I'll play Cinder Colossus in the side lane in case he has a... what's it called? A Zombie Titan. Okay, so it looks like I'm going double Grove Matriarch Warhound Cursor. The only bad part about Spring Dryad is it does die to Cacklebones, which kind of sucks. But at least I get an extra spell. There's a Death Seeker. Okay, so he's just suiciding his Death Seeker there. That's fine. I don't really care about that. It's pretty slow. Oh, he's Great Pacting it. Okay. So he's quite the sacrifice thing going on. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna throw a Warhound Cursor in front of his Sigmund Fraud, then play 2 Grove Matriarchs. Play one here, and play one here. I don't really care where my creatures go, because I don't have any mobility or anything like that. I could probably just let the Sigmund Fraud live. It might have been better just not to put that there. Spring Dryad, Grove Matriarch, force him to Cacklebones it. It's the only... or Great Pact it. Great Pact's pretty good. And I'll just let the Spirit hit me a couple times. It's only got 2 power, and I can block it like a Guitar Sprite, Chiselar Puncher. Even Living Hive would be pretty good. Or level 1 Warhound Raider. Shimmerfang Serpent. I've got a lot of block options on a 2 toughness creature with only 5 power, so there's no reason to use my level 2 creatures to block it. Okay, Symbiote trades with Matriarch. What's his second play? He could also sacrifice the Spirit to do more damage to me, but I don't think he will. Okay, I don't really care about Stonefish Giant. I'm just going to play Spring Dryad in open lane, force him to block it a lot, then play Grove Matriarch in front of the... I guess if I have to block, I'm going to block the Spirit token. 36, not that threatening. Next turn I get 2 pumps on my Spring Dryad with the 2 Grove Matriarchs dying. Don't know what I'm blocking the Stonefish Giant with. Maybe nothing. Maybe Chiselar Adventure is the best play. Replace a Seedling and replace Warhound Raider. Oh, we got the Chaos Twister. It's actually really good. I mean, it makes my Spring Dryad nigh unkillable, so he has to Great Pact it or draw the Cacklebones. Yeah, Sucks, my hand's really bad for Cacklebones right now. Okay, so let's play Warhound Cursor. Warhound Cursor here. Warhound Raider on top of the Seedling. And so I've got, what, 2 plays left? So if I play Guitar Sprite on top of the Stonefish Giant, it lives. I can play Chiselarth Hunter. Big Chiselarth Hunter in front of the Nurali Symbiote. And then play Warhound Raider with haste in front of the Cacklebones, which kills it. Makes my plays kind of weak, but I do have some creatures on the board, which is more than I can say for my opponent. I can play Umbric Ice Crusher in front of his Sigmund-Frog. It'd be, what, a 12-6? Pretty weak stats. And then play Living Hive in front of something. Pretty much whatever he blocks one of my creatures with. Scourge Knights kills my Warhound Raider, so it's pretty good. I could put Living Hive in front of that. Living Hive level 3 is the real deal. Especially in Limited. I could also replace Katara Sprite to save it. But it doesn't look like he cares. So I'll just... Yeah, I will save the Katara Sprite. I'll just get in my 3 damage and then replace it with Umbric Ice Crusher. I can even play Living Hive first because I have another Utera card. So this is 3/7 now instead of a 3/1. It goes in the side lane, which doesn't really matter. I haven't seen any Volcano, or not Volcano Giants, Zombie Titans from him. If he wants to move his as a Avalanche Guardian over to block my Katara Sprite, it just kills it. Cold Week. Okay, Han Living Hive. That's pretty good. It doesn't work the next time because it's a 10/15. I can block with Shardclaw Crusher and then play a Hammerfang on top of it. That's my current plan. Okay, that doesn't seem very important. This is also before combat, right? So wouldn't he want to do that after combat? No, it's got trample. Maybe he has... Okay, that's kind of weird. So he moves my Scourge Knights and kill territory. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go to combat. I hit him for a couple damage there. That's what, 10 damage? Then replace Guitar Sprite to make a new one. Play Hammerfang to make a new, Hammerfang. I could level Dendrify, but I haven't seen any level 3s that I'm super threatened by. He's only played like level 3 Cacklebones, right? Has he played any other level 2 creatures? Not that I recall. I guess Warhound Cursor. Scourge Knight was level 1. Stonefist was level 1. That Nurali Symbiote was level 1. So he's got a level 2 Nurali Symbiote he can play this turn. And that would be a 15/15. That's pretty much the biggest creature I've seen out of him. So he moves this. Okay. Okay, so he's just great backing. Kills my poor Hammerfang. So what I'm going to do is play Katara Sprite over this Katara Sprite, because it actually hits this creature and lives. And then I can play Shardclaw Crusher over here, where it's not in the way of anything. And hopefully draw like a Warhound Raider and a dog next turn, and then I can play a huge haste creature. I could still play a 10/10 haste creature, which is pretty good. Or a huge Shimmerfang Serpent. Can kill his giant with the haste dog. Cold Week, my Shardclaw Crusher is really good, actually. So what I think I'm going to do now is play... Okay, so Symbiote is fine. It kills my great guy, but he's not in the best position right now, so I don't think I care too much. I can play Grove Matriarch over this and Twin Strength it, or I could play just like Dog over this and then Shimmerfang Serpent. That doesn't do a whole lot. Maybe just play Shimmerfang Serpent over this after Dog. So Dog here so that my Guitar Sprite doesn't interfere with that block. Then play Shimmerfang Serpent there. Okay, and then play Matriarch over here. Not blocking is 10/10, but I don't think that matters too much. Yeah, especially when I have a Living Hive to kill it and spawn me a bee. If he draws Cacklebones, he probably kills Kataru Sprite, but then I get a bunch of spells, so he probably won't do that. That's the bad thing about Cacklebones. If you're not killing a level 3 creature at level 3, it's pretty rough, because you don't know if your opponent has something really good in their hand. I can just Dendrify that. And probably will, since my hand's not that great. Avalanche Guardian level 2, which doesn't block any... It blocks my bees. That's pretty good. So let's play Living Hive and Dendrify his Symbiote. He has a free Great Pact in his deck, which is very strong. Okay, B gets blocked. I mean, he can't even block it with Avalanche Guardian, because I can just move it out of the way. Which is why the level 3 Living Hive is so strong. Not only does it have, power, it also makes level 3 killer bees, which are really threatening on the battlefield. Ability 155, you wouldn't think would be really strong at level 3, but if it poisons whatever it touches, it's including players, it's really threatening. Because you can't really afford to take 5 poison. Okay, I get a B out of that, so I'm not too hung up about it. He can block my B with the Avalanche Guardian now. Because you can't Tremor Charge Terra creatures. Okay, so I kill a Stonefish Giant, and then I can hit him for 5 poison. Or whatever. No, he can't play another creature, unless it's the Warhound Cursor. Okay. So I'll force him to block the Killer Bee again. And then play Spring Dryad here. And I guess I play Umbric Ice Crusher. It's a 16-8, which is really small. But it does kill whatever blocks it. And then my other plays are not that good. He could Grave Pact it, but he wants to Grave Pact the Spring Dryad, so maybe he plays Cacklebones this turn. If he chooses to block the B with his Avalanche Guardians, then the Avalanche Guardians would die on his turn. He could block the Ice Crusher with the Avalanche Guardians, but then he doesn't get to block the B. He'd have to play another creature in front of it. So it's kind of like a catch-22 there. Sigmund Fraud to block Spring Dryad? It's kind of weird. Does he have a Grave Pact? He could still have Grave Pact, because it's free. Doesn't look like he does, though. So this is 30 damage to him. Yeah. I don't know about that one. What do I want to play here? So I can get in for 2 with this Warhound Cursor, for sure. And it lets my Spring Dryad kill his creature. And then go to post-combat, then play Cinder Colossus and Dendrify his Spirit. Dendrifying his Spirit I don't think really matters. Maybe I'll just play Cinder Colossus as a 13-14. Yeah, just play 13-14. He doesn't know I don't have any Flame Breath Instigators, so he has to make a decision to ignore it or put creatures in front of it. Unfortunately, my Hammerfang's just a vanilla 10-10 since it can't move out of the way of anything. He can block it pretty easily. I do get to do 2 damage to him off the backswing of this Umbric. Maybe or 0 damage. It's too hard to play around Ice Crusher or Chaos Twister on my board state. Does he have the Cacklebones? No, he doesn't have Cacklebones. Okay, so this is lethal damage here unless he has the Grave Pact. Does he have the Grave Pact? Otherwise he's dead. I assume he has it. Yeah, there we go. So 3 damage there. I'm just gonna play Huge Guitar Sprite. He does have Cacklebones left, so maybe I don't worry about that. I just play this here. He does have Cold a Week. Cold a Week kills anything with 14 or less power. At this point, since he's already played, or 8 or less power, which kills Guitar Sprite. Doesn't kill Sharklaw Crusher. Oh well. Probably should have just blocked with the Sharklaw Crusher. Oh, I drew Living Hive. That's nice. I could play Grove Matriarch Living Hive. I think that's better than Spring Dryad. Because those creatures leave behind other creatures. Living Hive also just kind of dies, which is sad. Could play Living Hive in front of the Sharklaw Crusher, which would make it a 22 Trampler. But that's kind of iffy because, he's got Cacklebones and Grave Pact in his deck. Though he has already played the Grave Pact, so it's just Cacklebones at this point. That'd be the only thing that kills it. And drawing this many level 3s means I'm probably not going to draw a lot next turn, or next 2 turns. Or next turn, I guess. So I don't know if I want to just play into Cacklebones like that. Oh, he does have a level 3 Cold Weak. I thought he only played it once. Oh well. So it didn't really matter where I played that card. And I guess he values the, is he going to move his, okay. He didn't move the right spirit out of the way. Not that he could control it, but. So I block this Grove Matriarch and I block the Blizzard Shaman with Living Hive. Yeah, this is kind of just a boring back and forth. I just wait until he runs out of stuff to kill my creatures, and because his creatures are not super threatening. He's got what, a couple Gnarly Symbiotes by now. Those are pretty good, but the Living Hive is really strong. It might push through the burning. I get a lot of extra creatures from Grove Matriarchs, Living Hive. I probably should play those instead of the Spring Dryads anyway, because he has so much removal from my Spring Dryads, but killing Grove Matriarch always leaves behind a creature. Which means I can just accrue advantage by keep making creatures, keep making creatures, keep making creatures. Because there's a bee. Firelight Hunter hits the Grove Matriarch. I'm assuming. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then Raleigh Symbiote to block the bee. Okay, that's reasonable. So what I do now is play... I can play Umbric Ice Crusher over top of my wall. That's not that good. I could just play it here. And have another bee spawn in front of Symbiote. I guess I can't control where the bee goes anyway. So where do I play my second creature? Maybe I just play Chiselhearth Hunter here to make it large, and then play a large Umbric Ice Crusher and have the second bee go in front of the Symbiote. And just play a 16 power creature here. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Or the bee could also go in the center lane, which would be a lot better. This thing regens up to 12 by the next time it's my turn. Which dies to Ice Crusher and Warhound Raider. Could also Dendrify it, but I probably want to save Dendrify for a healthy level 3 creature. Regen and Poison happen at the same time, so they cancel each other out. He's basically got one regen right now. It's weird, because the way the graphic works, it can go down to like a -4, but if it has regen 5, it can then go up to like 1 health, which is really weird. It's really weird how that's displayed visually, but that's actually how it works. Okay. And my opponent's at 27. I've got a Trampling, Double Damage Dealer, and a Killer Bee in play, which are really hard to block. So he has to block these creatures, or give them Defender with a Ronti Bolt. And so I'm getting in for a lot of damage. Okay, so he's just killing it. The combination of a Ronti Bolt and Warhound Cursor. And a level 1 Symbiote. So his turn is stunk. That was not a good turn for him. This does 22 damage on its own. He's dead. I can just hit battle. Because 11 times 2 is 22. There we go. Nice. Okay, so that's a lot closer than I wanted it to be. But we got it in the end. So that's 2-0.